Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 752. And you know what we're doing? We're doing a penny roll hunt. You know, to me, I think to most people, I could take a survey down in the bottom before people click away. Hopefully nobody clicks away, but before you click away, let me know in the comments below which denomination is your favorite to coin roll hunt or to watch on YouTube? Is it pennies? Is this one dirty too? It's all right. It's a little dirty. A couple dirties. Not bad. All right, we'll do it. I don't know how much copper's in here. Looks like we might have about 6 or 7. If we're lucky, 8 or 9. Now, let me know in the comments below what's your favorite. Just because you're a subscriber here doesn't mean, you don't like, ooh. So make sure that's not a strike through. Doesn't mean that quarters or dimes or nickels or half dollars or silver dot, whatever, aren't your favorite. Let me look at that really quick under the loop. Nah, just damage. So let me know in the comments below. I'm pretty interested. I think most people, meaning over 50% of people who watch not just this channel, but it's another little interesting mark. You see that there? Too bad the coin's so destroyed. Is penny roll hunting is the most watched YouTube type video is penny roll hunting. I watch Rob Finds Treasures. I've been watching him since he first started his channel, and now I know because I had to actually go and look at it the other day because for some reason I had in my head like 2015. It ended up being I think 2017 or 18. 17, I think he started his channel. And I've been watching since probably pretty much day one. I'm not sure how he got so much exposure so early. I mean, he did it. He left his job to do his job in working. And here goes our first copper penny in the private sector, as I recall, to work on that YouTube channel. So I think he would never admit it, or I don't, is that he paid for views and subscribers and to drive content to his channel, which is pretty expensive. But I guess if you're gonna do it full time as your job, week L, we have a week L here on this 2015. I guess it makes sense. And YouTube was much more relaxed back then than it is now. If you get caught doing that type of stuff now, that you could actually lose your channel. Not that people don't do it. I'm sure they do it, but it was like accepted practice back then, as I recall. A nice 2017 P, a shiny one. And my favorite videos of his were his penny roll hunts. His quarter ones were fine. And let me tell you, and I'm gonna critique him a little bit. Well, it's not really a critique. It's more of a um, of a theory, I guess. It's more of a theory. I'm checking out what's going on here. It has these wicked lines going on all over, almost like polishing lines. And then at the top here, you see the bending of the coin. It's a 98. We're looking for the wide AM. No wide AM. All right, I'm not going to keep it. And You know, the reason why I said another Higwood 1959, that's a great little find. The reason I say and believe and know that pennies are the most watched, most interesting denomination of coin roll hunting is because it's the most complicated, in my opinion. Now I'm not the only one that I would consider more complicated. And if Eric is watching, Eric is my longest time subscriber, member, excuse me, of the channel, and I know he used to do a lot of quarter roll hunting in the past. And I've done some. I do some also here and there, not rolls, but I do pocket change. And in the beginning, because Eric did it, I guess I was like a copycat. You know, my member did it, so I did it, and I started looking into all the different varieties of the quarters, the state quarters. There are so many eras and so many varieties. I mean, in one year, right? There's like every state or something, and every state has like a different. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So every year you could have like 50 something eras. I mean, it's just forget about it, man. Forget it. Forget it. It's just too crazy. Um, so yeah, if you go in that direction, then of course, props to you. Hats off. That's a whole nother ball game. As far as I don't know anyone who does that specifically. I don't know anyone on YouTube or in life or anything. Most people will get into it and then do something else. They'll dabble. They'll dabble in state quarters. But I don't know anyone like this channel is pennies, right? Every day there's a penny roll hunt. I don't know anyone who's that committed to state quarters. That their whole channel is based around state. I'm sure they're out. If they're out there, you could tell me, and you could put it in the comments below, and I'll check it out. Yeah, leave it the name of the person, the comment below, maybe the title for one of the videos, and that people could just put it into the search bar. If there is some such channel that is totally 100% like it's called state court. Oh, look at these lines. Look at these lines. I'll put this to the side. State quarters, YouTube state quarters channel. You know what I'm saying? Not that somebody does occasionally and they do. No. The question is, I don't know of any channels that is 100% like this channel is 100% dedicated to penny roll hunting. No, 99%. Okay, so it could be 99%. One out of every 10, 20 channel videos, I'll do something different, you know. But the overwhelming majority. I mean, the channel is geared towards penny roll hunting. That's what I'm saying. So the channel, yeah, they could do other stuff, but the channel has to be geared towards state quarter roll hunting. If there's a channel like that, let me know in the comments below. But back to the question at hand. Look up here at the top. That's odd, right? It's not a die dent either. It's just a part of the coin that didn't flatten down, didn't lay down. So far, we found 2 copper pennies. Not many at all. Here goes a beautiful 2000. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice. Too bad it's not a wide AM. It's a nice looking 2000. So I believe that penny roll hunting is it's the most complicated, except for the state quarters, and it's the cheapest, right? I guess I don't know what the situation is about getting pennies anymore. As far as I know, you can't get pennies anymore. Maybe you can. I don't know. But it's basically the cheapest, even if you're gonna go buy them on right? Everything else, every other denomination is way, way more expensive. And so, back to what I was talking about originally was that, so in Rob finds treasures. One of the reasons he doesn't know how to coin roll hunt the way I do, and it's funny. I don't know if he's watching my videos or what, because all of a sudden recently I've seen him kind of try to examine pennies a little bit closer. And again, I don't, if he is watching my video, I mean, he can give me he could give me a subscribe, not for nothing. You know what I mean? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Excuse me. But he doesn't have the mechanics. This is the mechanics I have for penny roll hunting is from doing, well, we're going to be going on thousands. I mean, yeah, but I mean thousands and thousands of videos, but hundreds and hundreds of penny rolls. And it takes a certain mechanics, it takes a certain dexterity, it takes a certain finesse to penny roll hunt. And if you're doing nickels and quarters and your brain has to switch gears all the time between full steps and dimes and quarters, and forget about it. There's no brain. I mean, unless you're like have a photographic memory, you've been doing this. You're a numismatist who's been doing this since you're 5 years old, and you were born with a silver dollar in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're that, you're a savant. Unless you're a savant, if you're a normal person with normal to above average IQ, you cannot juggle um, these thoughts, and when I watch him, it's funny because when I watch him and he'll do dimes, nickel, he'll do I'll be right back in a minute after I look through 3,000 coin rolls. Oh, didn't find nothing in those 3,000 and he'll come back, and it's like, and then everyone, he goes, all right, I'll look through this one, and he doesn't, and he's like, and you could see he's fumbling around. He doesn't have the skill set to penny roll hunt the way I penny roll hunt, because he doesn't practice it enough. And his other remember, there's certain habits that are detrimental to other skills, right? Like if the worst thing to a skill is to form bad habits, right? So he already has bad habits that he has developed in on his channel for going back and forth and switching between denominations and doing he does so much content that there's not enough hours in a day to do a box the way I do it. He couldn't do a box. It would take more than 24 hours to do a box of coins, to look at each penny the way I do. He never developed the skill set of analyzing. I don't want to say coins, but I'm definitely going to say pennies. But I guess I could say coins in general. He never developed the skill set. All he knows how to do is to look for the date, and he remembers dates, and he throws it under the microscope. But he's missing out on all of the lesser known varieties. I think it's another beautiful copper penny. He's missing out on all the lesser known varieties. He's missing out on all the die clashes, all the strike throughs, all the good stuff he's missing out on, right? On those $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 pennies. Yes, he finds some. Oh, that's but majority he misses out on, 99%. So if you're a penny roll hunter enthusiast, the only reason you watch his channel is because he does boxes. So he's super, super entertaining. He's an entertainer. He's not a coin roll hunter. Sorry to tell you guys out there, the white AM. Yes, I take that back. He's a coin roll hunter in the simplest, like, most people out there who watch this channel might, I mean, a serious penny roll hunter is doing a lot of penny rolls, and they're looking through each one. Matter of fact, so again, I'll keep using Eric, my longest term member, as an example. When He was making videos. He put each coin under the each and every coin he put under the microscope, and I respect that so much because and his videos were 3-4 hours. They were hours long. Of course, that's how long it takes to, if you're going to analyze each coin. It takes hours and hours and hours. And to me, that is what it takes to find certain errors, especially those cherry picker guide, pocket chain, those FS errors, which is the cherry picker guide, Frank and Steve or whatever their names are. And that's it. That's why pennies to me are the most interesting of the denominations, because it's something that's so cheap that if you pay attention and you take your time and you learn, like, see those little lines, right? Are those scratches? They look like scratches, okay? So that's number one. But if they had a different shape to them, they could be something else. They could be polishing lines, dye polish lines, over polish. They could be feeder fingers. They could be feeder fingers. You'd have to go to the feeder finger website and see if it looks like. But I don't think they are. They look a little too wavy to be fingers. And I don't like the direction either. But my point is, it's pennies, though, that the average person, the ordinary person, can get into and really immerse yourself into, to learn about errors and numismatics. It's very difficult to do that with, I'm just going to say, quarters. Okay? It's right in between. It's in between nickels, dimes, half dollars, and dollars. You got quarters in between. Right? Each roll of quarters is what? $10 and you get 40. I think that's how they go. $10. You can get 20 rolls of pennies with 50 each for that same $10. And what are you doing? I mean, so 40, yeah, okay. So you spent, man, I mean, are you going to go back and forth to the bank every day with $10? They're not going to like that, man. Even if you got a business account, you better know somebody in that bank. You better know somebody in that bank. If you keep going in there every day, anyway, you're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? You're going to get a business account with Loomis or one of these other banks that they deliver it to you. That's going to be super expensive. So yes, if you got the money and you got the time, yes, of course, you could do anything you want. I think this is an 82 copper small date. I mean, I know it's a small date, and I know it's a Philadelphia. The only question is it copper or is it zinc? And it's copper. I'm 99% sure it's copper. You have to weigh it to know 100%, but I'm relatively sure, especially with the sintering on the reverse. You hardly ever see sintering ever on zinc cents. So that's a nice one. That is copper paint number 5. So we found 5. We might have one more here. I'm not sure. Maybe not. So 1995, you're looking for that double die. I did buy one. It came in the mail. I put it in the safe already. But I did pick up a 1995. Now remember this, and this took me, and again, pennies are the most interesting. There are, there might be many double die errors for 1995s, but the two that I identified very quickly, because I was wondering why some of them were cheaper than others, and I didn't realize that the FS, I don't know if it's FS1, I don't know which FS it is. The FS era is different than the double die obverse era. So the double die obverse era is the one that you look at and you see the doubling on the Liberty. It looks like two separate Liberties. It's dope. They're about 180 to 100 and whatever and up. And then there's the FS 101 or 102 or 105, whatever it is. And it's a cherry picker's guide era, and it's like a little blip. It's like a little extra. I don't know which one it is or which class or whatever. I don't remember all that. I'm not going to get into it right now. But it doesn't look right because and I was like, why is this one cheaper? And I was like, oh, it says FS. Why does it say FS? Some of them say DDO and some of them say FS. And when I looked into it, I was like, oh, the FS one, you don't see the crazy doubling. I was like, oh, this is garbage. Meaning, I'm not going to spend $40 on one that you can't see the doubling on when the $80 one you see the perfect crazy double die, which is for $40 more. Remember, the 1955 is $4,000 now, 3,000 to 5,000, whatever, and it was $350 8-9 years ago. Okay, 7-8 years ago, 6 years ago, not that long ago, it was 300, 350, $400. Okay, so I'm not going to get an FS where you have oh yeah, right there on the tip of the five. That anyway. But this is the whole thing, right? If you don't know what an FS, if you don't know that FS stands for, I don't know what their names are. I'm gonna say I keep saying Frank and Steve. It's probably Flintstone and Stuber or Stubber or something like. I don't remember what their names are. You could write that down in the comments below if you want also. But they're two of the four authors of there's three authors and an editor, whatever they are. There's four people involved in the Cherry Pickers Guide books. They're up to They're up to what series or 6 or 7 or 10 now, whatever, man. They made a mint off of that, and they're little die errors, right? They're much lesser known varieties. Is what most of the FS, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a scholar, an expert on it by any margin. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at all the bumps. I wish it was on both sides. It has all the bumps, and it has you see that? It has the bag marks right there in the middle of the shield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that might be number 10, unless I find another copper penny. All right, so I hope you found this. I like to talk about interesting things during the channel, during the penny roll hunt, so it's not just me being quiet looking at coins. If you want it, remember, it's very easy to watch this video with no sound. Just turn the volume down. So there's some people who say, you talk too much. Turn the volume down, man. You don't want to, I say put the music on, jam out. But the overwhelming majority of people like to hear me talk, and it's why they're here and why they subscribe. God bless. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves everybody. Every human, anyway. And I'll see you in the next one.